I thought staying in the UK and grinding in silence would make me absolutely successful. But the truth is, staying cost me more than leaving ever did. I'm 26, South Asian, the first in my family to go all in on entrepreneurship. I built a decent fitness business, but something was just off. Most people generally think that hitting 10k months or working for yourself is you making it. But I was stuck in my hometown, stuck in my own head, and around people that simply just didn't get it. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why I left the UK and what changed when I did, and why most people never truly grow until they change their environment. So why did I think I had to stay? I genuinely thought I had to stay because of family. I lived elsewhere in the UK. I left my hometown, lived with my boys at uni. I was, you know what, fuck it, I want a new environment. I want to try and change something. But I was just too scared. I was scared of change. I was scared of going to a new country. I was scared of even jumping on a plane. But for me, it was my family. Like, being around my family is very, very important. And when you're in a South Asian household, like my mum to this day is like, Dylan, get a real job. They don't really understand online money. And with my mum, that she wants me to be with her every single time. She always says one quote to me, right? Dylan, when you have kids, you'll understand. I get it to an extent, but I genuinely thought I had to be in the UK just because my family. I know that obviously I have a lot of family problems and whatnot, but I genuinely thought I had to stay. Being brought up South Asian is a blessing. Like, your family absolutely love you to bits, and I respect my parents so much, especially how they raised me. I genuinely thought I had to stay, be around my mum to support her. Obviously she broke her back when I was younger, so I get it. And then now she's a lot better, which is great. But I genuinely thought I had to stay to look after her. But that was just far from the truth. I didn't want to quit on my mum. I didn't want to quit on my family. But for you to go on a mission, you have to do something crazy. For you to achieve the goals you want to achieve in life, you're going to have to go out of the box. And that's exactly what I did here. I went against the family grain. My mum was like, oh, Dylan, get a real job, settle down, find a girl in the UK, this, that. I'm like, hell no. But the thing is, right, ever since I've been an entrepreneur and moved to different countries, I make it my priority to call my mum every single day, even if it's 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, to make sure she's good. But it's just one thing that South Asian mums especially don't understand. They want the best for you, they love you to bits. But I just felt like I had to stay in the UK because I wanted to be around them, and I felt like I was leaving them, like leaving them in the dust. But unfortunately, you have to do what you have to do to get to where you want to be. Every person makes a decision for them to get to where they want to be. And that means taking a step out of the comfort zone. That means doing something against the grain, going against your family. That's one thing I had to do for me to make these decisions. Is they don't understand how online money works. Obviously, they brought up in more of an older culture, and I just felt like I was just leaving them behind. Especially because my mum is reliant. Obviously, my dad is not so reliant on me, but my mum is a unique character for sure. And I'm blessed to have her in my life. Also, I was doing pretty well as an online coach. So I was a PT for a year in person, which was great. I learned a lot working with Tom, Dick and Harry. But just something about the hour in the gym where I was against the whole personal training thing. Because for me, with my clients, I wanted to help them with absolutely everything. It's not just the hour of training in the gym. A PT's job is to teach someone how to lift, right? For me, it was 23 hours after. So I transitioned my business online in literally under 8 to 9 months. And I moved elsewhere in the UK after. But I was living comfy. I was just in my comfort zone, right? Like, I would wake up, have my routine. I was tucking away a lot of money as well. But I was just genuinely comfortable, but I was lost at the same time. The thing is, when I was running the online business in the UK, it genuinely felt so lonely. I had to go to coach conventions. I had to pay 300 to 400 quid to go to masterminds, to be in the room with like-minded individuals, and something was off. Something, I don't know what it was, but it was so off, like just living in the UK, and I just felt fucking lonely. I felt like I was the only one that was doing something different. Like, the people that I was around, it just didn't make sense. I wouldn't be having the right conversations. I'll be going down the wrong path, and no one got me. And that's when I generally felt just fucking lonely. I felt like there was a mountain to climb, and I'm a bubbly person. I don't know if you guys met me in person, but I'm bubbly as fuck. I'm ADHD as hell, and I needed to be around some sort of energy that matched that, and people that genuinely dreamed bigger, because I felt like I was a big fish in a small pond. The biggest turning point for me was losing my granddad. That shit hurt me so much, and I've never dealt with grief in my life. Obviously, I've lost like great grandmas and that, and I've never lost someone that's close to me, and that sent me completely left. And that was the turning point to really just live the life I want to create for myself. And don't get it wrong, I moved away from my hometown. I was living elsewhere in the UK, but I was falling into bad habits. I wasn't around the right people. I was with people that smoked weed on a day-to-day basis, didn't really care for me or wanted my best interest. And that's when I just generally felt lost, and it's pain. Unfortunately, guys, you're gonna need some sort of fucking pain to change. And the thing is, my granddad did the most for my family. He changed people's lives, and this is why I got into fitness coaching. And my granddad left a legacy. And just so you know a bit about my granddad, like, he was brought up in India and then lived in Africa, and then a dictator had to kick him out, and he was the oldest in the family of like 6 or 7 because his dad died young, and his dad was a bit of a bum as well, and he had no choice but to make things work. So he went to England with £1, I'm not even joking, £1 in his fucking pocket, and he grafted. He worked on trains, he worked on coaches, he put himself in an environment back in the UK, back in that day, toxic environment, racist, all that stuff, but he faced the fear and did it anyways. Throughout his whole life, his main purpose was to create a better life for the people around him. And he went from a country that he just teleported to a different world, which was the UK, and he managed to move my family from, literally the whole family, from Uganda and India to England to America. And like, even when he passed away, like, there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that respected him, and he was literally known as the Godfather. My granddad was the fucking godfather of our whole family tree. People looked up to him. He would dress up in a smart way as well. Like, it was crazy. Like, that made me realise, like, if my granddad could do it, right, why the fuck can't I? Why can't I change my life? Why can't I put myself in an environment where I belong? And I realised that anything in life is so fucking possible. We're not far from the people at the top. The people at the top had to go through their own trials and tribulations for them to get to where they want to be. But that was a real fucking turning point. Losing my granddad, dealing with grief, just round the wrong fucking crowd, and just having a real hard conversation with myself and self-realisation to be like, this is not it. This is what it's going to take for me to do X, Y, and Z. And I was speaking to some guy online, and that some guy online is one of my good friends, Abhishek, man. He was in fitness coaching as well. He saw me back in the UK, and I saw him and coach a movie with Ty. I just got speaking to him, and I was just like, bro, let me just come link you. Because I was a bit scared, because at the end of the day, like, I've been to Thailand plenty of times when I was younger. I'm blessed to be well travelled, and that's also opened my eye to the world as well. I know my dad grafted hard at BA, and he got made redundant. He got packages, and like every single year we'd fly like fucking Brazil. We go to America a couple times. We mainly came to Thailand, so I wasn't scared of Thailand per se, because I've always been here. I've been here like 4 or 5 times when I was younger. I was pretty mad, but yeah, this is why I wasn't scared. But it's just the fear. I was scared of jumping on a plane by myself. I was scared of being around the wrong people. Again, me booking that one-way ticket to Thailand and just trying to make things work. I'd said to myself, well, I got 1 month to make things work, to network as much as possible. And that 1 month fucking opened my eyes like mad. I was around people that genuinely cared for me, like Abhishek and Ty. If you're watching this video, I really appreciate it, because that was the most game-changing point of my life. I was lost, I was confused, I wasn't around the right people. And I was around people that genuinely cared for me. And these two, I said to myself, like, Dylan, you're capable of so much more. And I was with them, I was grinding every single day. That's when Moss was Abhishek's brand back in the day. He was doing fitness coaching, Ty was doing personal branding. So me seeing them working on their own businesses and trying to live the life they did for themselves was fucking crazy. It was insane. They'll do what they could to get to where they want to be, and that made me realise that there's so much more to life when you're around the right people, because I was doing a lot better business. My business turned around in just a month, just being around them. And that's when I came home to the UK in the Christmas time, this time last year, and I said to myself, there's no fucking way I'm not going back out there, because that was eye-opening. And when you're exposed to such a world, when you're exposed to this, they ain't not going back. So I came back home to the UK, and I wasn't just resonating with people. I couldn't even like link my boys anymore. I was so bad, because I was just on a different mission. And that's what it is in life. And that was genuinely the turning point for me. But what actually genuinely changed for me, right, was, so I went back home. I couldn't resonate with anything. I said to myself, I'm going to Thailand and living there. And I fucking flew out there and lived with the boys. And it was the best fucking feeling in the world. I met people like Joe, fucking big up Joe Hodani. People like Leo, who's my best friend to this day. Like, all these people are like-minded individuals, and they were part of this one group. And coming to Bangkok opened my eyes, because I was waking up, we'll be hitting gym, we'll be going on fucking runs, we'll be going for networking dinners, and I was around people that like me. I didn't feel lonely, and I was no longer a small fish in a big pond. I felt like I was a small fish in a big pond. And that's when I realized there's room for growth, there's room for development. And this is when I met so many different people being in Bangkok, through running, through networking, through this stuff. Because when you're surrounded by other people, people can see what you're doing. Like, I was here, just Felix right now, he said, Dills, what are you doing? Filming content. And everyone gets it here. Back then, if you film content back at Yard in the UK, everyone's looking at you a bit different. Makes no fucking sense. And that's what really changed for me, was my network, my environment. It was just the most eye-opening thing in the world, and I realised I couldn't go back to this. I can't go fucking back to this. No chance I'm going back to this. And it genuinely changed my life. But I saw what normal looked like. Being able to do this was the norm, and I realised that I wasted fucking so many years in the UK messing about. For what? Because of fear. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Anything in life, you will not fucking change until you feel the pain of staying the same. And I felt like I was. What changed for me was losing my granddad. I believe everything does happen for a reason. If I didn't lose my granddad, I genuinely think I would be living a stupid fucking life in the UK. But what we need you guys to realise, like, you just have to fucking face the fear and do it anyway. So running to fear, developing, learning, it's the best thing you can do, because the more you fail, the more you learn about yourself. And what's the worst that can happen? You can go back to living in the UK. I know if I was to go back to rock bottom, I'll be in the UK. I'm blessed to be, my mum and my dad will take me back, and I'll stay in the room. I'll run it the fuck up until I can get out again. The only time you fail in life is when you stop trying. And it's all about leaving the comfort zone, and this comes down to mindset, right? Growth does not happen in the comfort zone. You're going to have to do something scary for you to get to where you want to be. And if you want to step into this new reality, it comes from changing that environment. I can't stress it enough. For you to fucking grow, you have to change your environment. Like this, let's reverse 4 years ago. 4 years ago, 3 years ago, my environment were people that smoke weed. So if I was around 3 other people that smoke weed, I'll be the 4th person to smoke weed. You are the product of your environment, and I want you to understand that. And it goes to show, like, even if you fucking go to a gym, I used to say this to my clients a lot with the fitness coaching offer. I always start them with a commercial gym to build them confidence. But at a commercial gym, you're going to have 4 or 5 fucking dickheads around one machine. But when you go to yourself a bodybuilding gym, you're going to be surrounded by other people fucking hitting their workouts hard, in a more of a harder working environment. And that's not naturally going to push you a lot harder to work out a lot harder. You are who you surround yourself with. I mean, if you're playing for a shit team, if you're playing flipping Crawley Town FC, for example, not a shit team, big up Seatown, and you're just there trying to do your best, nothing will change. But if you're playing in Real Madrid and you're around fucking Bellingham, Vinny Jr., flipping Rodrigo on the right, and you're holding it down in the cam, you're going to play better because you're around people that are better. Being an entrepreneur, you are misunderstood. And I love being misunderstood. No one gets it. My family don't get it. My family still call me to this day because they don't come home, do this and that. I get it. South Asian culture. They want the best for me, right? A lot of people won't get it. But you will find the right people. You put an energy in the world, you will reciprocate energy back. That's how it works. Now, leaving isn't easy. I had to go against my family. I had to go against people's thoughts. I had to go against my friends. I had to leave them behind. I literally scrapped my old life just to live a new one. Are you willing to leave everything behind for you to get to where you want to be? Or are you content living the same fucking life day by day? What's scarier? Doing something that's the same thing? Like they say, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again expecting different results? Or do you want to fucking just go out there and try it? What's the worst that can happen? I want you boys to remember that life is fucking short. And this is your reminder to be around like-minded individuals. And this is exactly what we do in the 1%. We've got fucking killers. Like this morning, right? 9 a.m, went for a run with the boys. Come back now doing content. Then linking the boys again for dinner. These are the people that you have conversations with, and they'll turn things around for you. Your mindset, your fitness, the amount of money you earn. They're exactly like you. If you're feeling stuck in your business, like exactly like I was, it's not you, it's your fucking environment, and something needs to change.